Hi, this is Miss Simplicity, and today I'm going to show you how you can easily edit PowerPoints when you are creating teaching resources. So what I'm going to do, I've got my desk plates here that are editable, which is very handy, so I'm just going to open them up. Now with these desk plates, on the left hand side you can see that I've got two design options. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually just save a copy of this file and keep this one as my master. There are two reasons for doing it. Firstly, this one's not easy for me to find on my computer, so I'm going to rename it an easier name for me to find. And secondly, if I keep my master, if anything happens, I can always go back to my master time after time. So I'm just going to go up to the file at the top and I'm going to press Save As. I'm going to browse and look for a place where I want to put it, maybe my USB. At the moment it's not putting it where I will find it for school, so I'm going to just browse and I'll put it in my documents. And I'm going to call it 2018 Class Desk Plates, and that's easier for me to find. Okay. Now I've got two designs on the left hand side, either a white background or a black background. I'm going to choose which one that I want and I'm going to delete one that I don't want just to make it easier. This is not an essential step, it just makes it a little bit simpler. So I like the black background, so I'm going to click on the black background with my mouse, right click it and press delete. It might be a little bit different in a Mac. So this is the one I want. I want a black background. And I can either just keep typing name after name, or I can clone or duplicate this slide and do a class set at once. But before I do that, I'm going to make sure that I'm happy with my font and happy with the size of it. You might want to think about the child with the longest name or about what your font is at your school. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to press Control A. Click on the slide first, and press Control A, and you can see that both text boxes have been selected. Know that this is basically a photo underneath with a text box on top. I'm going to go up the top here and I can choose any font I want, and I might change it to my state font, which is Victorian Modern Cursive, so I can find it. If you've got a different state font, if you're in Foundation, you can click that in. Here it is, Foundation Regular, or whichever one that your school requires you to do. I'll stick to Victorian Modern Cursive. That's what my school does. Now let's try it at 150. Okay, try it at 200. Have a look, it doesn't hurt me. If I'm at 200, this one fits really nicely, but this one, the Y sits under, and I might not like that, so I'll try 160 and see what the compromise is. There we go, I'm happy with that. Now I can change them individually if I want, but I'm happy generally with the font and with the size. So now I'm going to go over to the left hand side, click on my slide number 3, right click, and I'm going to duplicate slide. And I can keep going, and I can choose more than one at a time and duplicate them, and basically I can then have enough for a class set. Okay, now I'm going back to my first one and I'm changing the names. Oh. Now what I've done there is I've accidentally moved the photo of the border, so I'm just going to go up to the undo button and just put it back into position. Okay, so now I just need to carefully click inside the text box and I'm going to start doing the names now. Okay, click on the next slide, change the names again. Now this one here is too long, and so let's put it onto a new line. So all I need to do is just change the font slightly for this one, and I'll just select it all, I'm highlighting it all. It's going to let me. And I'll just try that at 150. Okay, now that fits. All the rest have stayed at the same size. Keep typing. Okay, Now when I've done all of that, take note, I'm going from slide 3 right down to slide 6. So when I print, I'm going to go to select my printer. I only want to do 3 to 6. Okay, now have a good look here. Make sure that it's not going to cut it off at the edge, and make sure it's going to fit. And when you're ready, then you can then press print and print the ones you want. I'm not going to, I'm going to go back. Okay, so that's it. That's how you can easily edit the font and the font size in your PowerPoint without really mucking the file up. It's quite easy to do. It's quite easy to edit it. Thank you for listening.